to the interview series of Prowisdom, where we bring in industry leaders, subject experts, and professionals to share their wisdom with us and with the younger audience about what the lessons they have learned from success, from the setbacks, and their journey of life. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Rajarshi Guha. He is the co-founder of Navrang, Colors of India.
Hi.
Hi. He is a MBA from IMT Ghaziabad and a BTech in Electronics and Communications. He calls himself a creator, discoverer, and explorer, and more than everything, a hardcore entrepreneur. He's left the corporate job to create a new enterprise, and we wish you all the best for your new enterprise. And thanks for sparing your time, Rajrishi.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you, Puneet.
So, Rajrishi, how's been the journey as a student? You are a BTech engineer. Tell us about your education.
That's right. So I was born in Kolkata, and I was raised in middle class family of Kolkata. So what I did is during my class 8th or 9th, I got a hobby of electronics. So that time there was small transistors and radios which were coming up. So I took that as a hobby and I got really addicted to it. So I used to make different circuits and trying to come out of it. So when I reached class 12th and then I said to my mom that I want to be an engineer, she definitely said, yes, you should be, because you just waste your time figuring out the different circuits. So that point of time, there was only one choice to be an engineer in West Bengal, that you have to crack the joint entrance exam, which is a IEEE or whatever you call it now. To be honest, first time when I completed the class 12th, I couldn't crack it. Okay. I failed. So it's okay. Normally in West Bengal, people see you try it next time and you will get it. So I got admission in first year in physics honors and tried hard, studied a lot for engineering, and then definitely all my friends got through and I failed for the second time. That was a really big kind of setback for me.
Okay.
When I went back home, I told my mom that this is the second time I failed. She says, you don't have a choice. You just lost 2 times and you just have to sit in Chandni Chowk and repair radios. That's all. That's your future. Something came into my mind that I should appear for the entrance again, right? And I knew that nobody will believe me the third time the guy is appearing and he has not studied anything. But fortunately, I got a good guide or a teacher. I went myself and I didn't say anyone that I'm appearing for the entrance again. And I left everything actually. I didn't watch any movies, didn't go anywhere. Just studied around 12 to 14, 15 hours every day. And my mom and everybody was, what you're doing? I said, I'm just studying. They said, what you're saying? I'm doing something else, nothing like that. And I appeared in the entrance and I cracked quite a good rank in West Bengal, and I joined NIT or REC Warangal. So once you, actually when you enter an engineering college, you are a highly confused person, right? So you don't know what to study, where to study, when to study, and you get restricted, and especially in a South Indian engineering college where everybody is 90-95% and you are in 60%, 65% guys, right? So that gives you a lot of force that you need to study, otherwise there is no. So in the final year, there was campus interview. And I appeared in the campus interview, and I still remember my name came out in the Bharat Electronics shortlisted list. Everyone was 80, 85, I was 67.5. But as my hardware knowledge was quite strong, I actually rubbed the interviewer very badly. I told them that your ICs and or your circuits are very bad, you know, this pin doesn't work, that. He said, how do you know? I work with your circuits quite well. And I actually studied a lot about the companies which were coming in the campus. So that helps you to get an edge over others. Like if I'm just giving example. So today's world, the big names are like Flipkart or any other Amazon coming, so you should know what they are doing, where their offices are, how many people, what technology they use. So that's the same trick I use. So I got job in Bharat Electronics, which was really a government job and all that. There was actually no goal. I started enjoying my life in Bangalore.
Right.
It's a beautiful weather and a lot of pub hopping and all that. But slowly I realized that unless until I set up a goal for myself, how the career will be,
Right.
I won't be able to grow myself. Definitely, that is what everybody has to understand, that what they want to do in life. And it's, how I got to know about it, it's your inner thing, that you have to speak to people, but finally you need to sit yourself with a cup of coffee and think that what I need to do and what I want to do.
Great. So, is there a stage in life when you could find out the purpose of your life?
Yeah, that's true, but that happens after many years. Actually, once
Okay.
I started the corporate life, got settled in a personal life, got married, with my background mainly in software and telecommunications and electronics, I got to travel different parts of the world. Means except Antarctica and Australia, I've covered all the other continents. But slowly, once you do that, you actually come out with a thinking that what I am doing here. So
Got it.
you try to do something which again your inner thing wants. To be honest, it doesn't happen every year. It happens after some time, maybe 4 years or 5 years.
Got it.
So that way. Fortunately, I got good mentors and guide. All my bosses were really good.
How do you differentiate when two candidates come with a similar education qualification? Maybe both of them are BTech or both are MBAs. So, as an employer, what skills do you use to differentiate them?
Okay, few things this is a very important question, Puneet. uh, Everyone comes with an education which you can actually overtake by another person's education.
Right.
Like today, a person who has passed out from, a college, other person comes from a better college.
Right.
The person may know better than you, right? But how you differentiate is few things. One is whether the person is passionate about the job what the person is given, offer.
Okay.
That is the first one. Doesn't matter whether the job is good, bad, low level, high level. The person is actually passionate, mainly for freshers, that yes. Second, very important is how the person is, how the person need the job. He or she is desperate for the job. Personal resource, you start learning things what the other people have done.
Right.
Other point is definitely you have to be mentally very strong. So how you become mentally very strong is you just don't think about the bad things in life. Right?
Okay.
So if somebody gives you good advice, listen to it. Somebody says, Puneet, you are not the right person. You did so many things. You are doing this. Don't listen to the person. Just get out of it.
Okay.
So that way I keep myself protected. So that's my personal. Definitely physically you have to be fit and whatever. That's one thing. For the professional relation and resources, again, if you are in a technical field like a BTech or an engineer or you are electronics, you need to know the technology. You cannot just go on the top layer, like you talk about the 7 layers of networking, right? So application layer, presentation layer, session layer, all that. I still remember all of them. So you cannot be on the application layer and talking of the network layer. So you have to have the knowledge of all. So as a technological engineer, you need to learn the technology very well, what the person should know, right? So that's one thing. On the professional front, you need to network with people with due respect. Don't ask for any undue advantage. And professionally, people will remember you. Whether you clinch a deal with the person or doesn't matter, you actually have messed up the project, doesn't matter. The person identify you as a person and remembers you after many years.
Right.
That's something which is very important. So professionally you have to network well and study hard.